Hi, Robert Stoll of Stoll Review here, and you've probably all seen at this point Anita Sarkeesian's most recent video, not in the Tropes versus Women series, but this new series on positive females in video gaming. And her first choice in the series is rather illuminating, I find. And while many of others have commented on how shallow the pick is or how she still is being a douche and blocking all criticism, not addressing where the money went, and all that sort of good thing, I wanted to cover a sort of different perspective and put it out there that this choice she's made from Swords and Sorcery is far more insightful into the kind of gaming philosophy that Feminist Frequency puts out there than we'll ever get. Now let's look at what she's already covered. In the Miss Mail, in the Fighting Fuck Toy, in the Tropes versus Women, there's one thing that all these characters share in common. In fact, it's the only thing that these characters that she criticizes shares in common, in that they all have very definite traits. You know, the hooker in GTA has a very definite trait, even though she's an NPC. Bayonetta is a very definite character with a very definite character design that makes her rather attractive, and that gives her this sort of form that I've come to realize is antithetical in some ways to the Feminist Frequency branding of a good female character for a video game. And what I mean is this. In the Fighting Fuck Toy video, there was one glaring exception that I was surprised didn't come up, and that was custom characters made by character generators. You know, these are your Saints Row 4s, your GTA Online to a certain degree. You know, these character creators where you get to define exactly how your character looks. If you're anything like me or anything like a lot of men I know, this turns into how idealized can I make this female avatar, and essentially turn that into your own fighting fuck toy. And this is a common enough thing where I'm surprised that Feminist Frequency didn't pick this up. And I think I finally know why. Because the one kind of female character that she is supporting, at least up to this point, is the blank slate. And now, for anyone who doesn't know what blank slate is, it's basically an empty shell of a character, which the player can put themselves in while playing the game to feel like they're more part of that universe. Think your Gordon Freemans, your Samus Arons, at least in the Prime series. Think, you know, these sorts of characters that don't have any definite personalities of their own other than the ones that players put into them, which doesn't exactly make Anita Sarkeesian's choice of female characters bad. What it means is she's hidden a lot of code, or I should say Jonathan McIntosh's has hidden a lot of code within these videos. Whenever they say positive female role model, what they mean is characters we really like, and when they say misogynist or trope or any of these things that discredit these characters, they're saying these are the characters we don't like, which is odd in a way. Like, I've always known that Feminist Frequency has been very careful with their language, but this new revelation almost makes them, well, just despicable. Of course, they still employ practices that are deceitful and are thus, you know, hateful in that way. But this new video, I mean, there wasn't even a backhanded comment to be found in the entire script. And this revelation alone really marks to me departure in many ways. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but, you know, I miss old Anita Sarkeesian that would be less careful with her words. Simply put, they were more fun to talk about, more fun to deconstruct. In this case, she's just odd. This idea that an empty shell can somehow come to represent femininity to her is mind-boggling, but it doesn't link to any sort of corruption or provable falsehood. These kinds of things that her prior videos have suggested. I really think we're seeing a turning point here, folks. For those who doubted that Gamergate could change the course of media, well, suddenly we've got an outspoken critic of female characters who's now dialed back on the vitriol because, well, at least in my estimation anyways, the pushback she's gotten from those within the gaming community. Simply put, Gamergate is winning. My name is Robert Stoll of the Stoll Review. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content. I know that I promised some live events, but it looks like those have been pushed back till next week. In any case, I will see you then, and you all have a nice week.